Okay, first it's about 3:45 p.m. West Coast time. Please join my brother and I on our live on our YouTube page in about an hour and 15 minutes at 5 p.m. Pacific time. There's a link in the link tree in my bio. Second, House Republicans had a little press scrum today, and during that, a whole bunch of them were talking to the press. It's all these Freedom Caucus jagoffs. Chip Roy, a Republican budget hardliner who had no problem adding $8 trillion to the national debt when Donald Trump was president. Now he's a budget hawk. But he was talking about money laundering with federal tax dollars. And he said that the money laundering and the fraud with federal tax dollars is people in red states giving their money to blue states like California. Yes, they are that incredibly stupid. That doesn't happen anywhere ever. The top 10 most federally dependent states, meaning most federally dependent on tax dollars, are red states. And this budget that they're proposing in the House includes $900 billion in cuts to Medicaid, $500 billion in cuts to Medicare. It's going to blow a $4 or $5 trillion hole in the national debt for a tax plan that's going to benefit about 70 people in this country, billionaires. There's no middle class tax benefit. And the no tax on tips only applies to tips that are paid in cash. And you pay the full tax on those throughout the course of the tax year. You only get the tax benefit at the end, where you might qualify for a deduction on tips you earned that were paid in cash. So red states, so far, you have no more FEMA because red states are affected primarily. Southeast hurricanes, Tornado Alley, those are all red states. You have no more Department of Education. The top 25 states most dependent on federal tax dollars from the Department of Education, 23 of them are red states. And they're taking away all your health care. No education, no FEMA, no health care. You're still getting taxed on your tips. As far as the no tax on overtime, it's capped. And again, your paychecks are going to be exactly the same. You may qualify for a deduction at the end of the year. All of this is to pay for a tax plan that benefits the 70 wealthiest people in the United States. And these fart-breathing, just fart-huffing, mouth-breathing MAGA chuds almost all uniformly say that they would still vote for Donald Trump again today. Our problem is dumb people. Our problem is people who are dumb and gullible and cruel. That is the disease in the United States in 2025, followed by a close second by billionaires. Because a lot of the billionaires have convinced the dumb, gullible, cruel, fart-huffing mouth breathers to vote against their own interests and to think that everything that's happening right now is star-spangled, awesome, and patriotic. Finally, I got a new shirt today. And no, I'm not going to iron it before wearing it. Because freedom and Jesus.